See the passion.
हाई वेस्ट हवा करे हाई का
That's a very good
आखिर खोला ना लाइट पूरा
साला किला वाले 2 साल
bounce for Dave Trumpleman, the
ओ
charge.
मोबाइल तो बंद खोला था
Got an intention up and over Darcy
Kati
short of
kiला?
backward point. Starts with a boundary.
कौन जान
He's very aware of where the boundary
कौन
riders
जानवा
are. Safe save. Uses the pace that
तो कोरिया से ढोरा ना लगी रे साला रे मुहे हाय आगे वो पड़ जाएगा
just a few days ago after his player of the match performance, he thinks the world
Really
of a safe
happy.
save. One more toying with Trumpleman now. First one through the offside, this one through the leg.
अभी और आगे दे
Well, his introduction to the crease has signalled the intent now that the Rhinos are going to get a move on. Again, inventive. He's got all the authentic cricket strokes. He's got a little bit of invention as well. Deep in the crease this time, intentionally to try and pick up the pull shot, but just kept maybe a fraction low. Ending 16th, it is a wicket taking over. 95 for 4.
Proteas won the first test to remind everyone why they are the world test champions.
South Africa 1-0.
But India is ready to level the series. ITFC First Bank, India versus South Africa. Second test starts 22nd November.
This broadcast is brought to you in association with Vimal Elaichi.
Crowd really building up now. That festival atmosphere we're going to see every day of this South Bank Nepal Premier League is very much in town again. Just match day 4. Feels like we've been here for weeks actually already. Papara goes down the ground. John all the way. 100 comes up in real style. Darcy Short just floating that. If these two are here at the 20 over mark, at the conclusion of the innings, I'll tell you what, they'll be near that 150 mark comfortably. That's how dangerous they are. But for the Lions, if they can knock one over and open up an end, I know there's still some batting to come. They almost feel like 130, 135 is on for us to chase. Arjun Saud is being asked to perform a role he's not used to. He always opens the batting. Being used down at number 7. Sohail Tanvir and Kamal Singh Ari, and indeed the one changed to the side, Amar Singh Ratela, all capable with the bat, but this is the critical partnership for the 5th wicket. Cannot fall there to Ravi Bapara. It's 50, and it comes up in the grandest of styles, the second maximum of the over. This man, he is like a fine wine. He's getting better and better with age. JJ Smith has only bowled for 1 over. So he's not going to bowl his allocated 4. Darcy Short is a batter that bowls. He is handy. Now this is his 4th over, and it's catching up with him because we've seen the ball over-pitched. It's far too full from short. We just saw Rowan Powell come across from extra cover, his fielding position to Darcy Short. It's always easy in hindsight like this. It was an over too many, wasn't it? Even if he gets a big wicket here, he had those overs up his sleeve. JJ Smith, O'Gulbany made, and one still more from Ruben Trumpleman. Such a difficult art, isn't it, captaining in T20 cricket? You need to always stay ahead of the game. You can just see here, there's going to be wasted resources from JJ Smith, who does bowl at the death for Namibia. Gets away with it. Definitely bowled into the surface intentionally, maybe what the captain instructed him to do. If you're going to make a mistake, I think you've got to make it on the short side. If you get hit over square leg for 6 or over point for 6, fair enough, but you cannot afford to be right underneath the batter's nose. Oh dear. Well, that is a hugely gone wrong, and it's going to go many a mile up into the stands. This partnership is changing the game, and the Rhinos coming very much back into the picture. The over's gone for 21. It's 116 for 4.
साउथ अफ्रीका यानी फाइबर के पावर हिटर्स हो गया हम भी बढ़ाएंगे अपना बैटिंग पावर विद स्मार्ट बैट अरे देखो ये मैच स्काई बॉल है ना स्काई बॉल टीम इंडिया का नया स्टाइल fearless बैटिंग फुल हिटिंग
Sky Ball चलेगा सबका पैर बचेगा IGFC First Bank India versus South Africa first T20I 9th December at 6 p.m.
Biggest over of the innings, and just a slight tactical misstep, you would have to say. I know it's easy in hindsight. Darcy Short had bowled 3 overs for 20. They'll finish with the figures of 4 overs, none for 41. And that last ball, well, it was a bit of a horror show. Reminds me of me at my peak. Lumbini hammered into the leg side. Good piece of fielding. Excellent from the skipper, who saves 2 runs. Promise you one thing, HT. I bowled thousands of these in my career. Just wondering how close that was to a no ball from waste time. It was bad enough. Didn't have to bowl another one. And Lumbini won't bowl many Yorkers. He's more he bowls out the back of the hand and some cutters. That's what he tends to do at the death more often than not. One thing was in Irish cricket, when you bowled some of them, more often than not, deep square leg, deep wicket ended up underneath it. It's head wicket in the book. Well, sometimes for the wrist spinners, they bowl great ball after great ball, miss the outside edge, miss the inside edge, so they almost deserve their wicket off a full toss. Pulled away, into the gap, but not going to be with enough power to get to the rope. This partnership is changing the game. You can feel the momentum shift right now. Shades of yesterday's clash with the impact that Harmeet Singh had for the Royals. Glancing at our little screen here with the mini bowling card, and Abhishesh 2 for 15 in 3. JJ Smith's going to end up bowling only 2 overs if he bowls the last over, because you would think that Lumbini will bowl the last one from the current end that he's bowling and say, yeah, that Darcy Short over. Then he goes pace on. He thinks this one is out. Is there a tickle? No, says the umpire. The umpiring was really under the microscope yesterday. It was a tough evening for the men in black. I didn't hear anything in my ear. Was there a feather of an edge? The old creaky bat handle. Don't hear anything. Keeper wasn't convinced either. We all know about Lumbini Naib's acting skills, of course, for those who remember. The offside, AJ Smith right in front of our commentary position. Oh, they've nearly collided, the 2 batters, but they will get home for 2. Greeted the Lions on the outfield, particularly Trumpleman and JJ Smith, 2 guys I know very well. Lumbini Naib, I do a lot of Afghan cricket, so I know him pretty well too. He looked at me and he said, "You see that hole in your commentary window? I will hit a bigger one in there." If JJ Smith gets hold of it, the commentary position is not under threat. It'll fly over here. He hits the ball a very, very long way. One of the great taglines in world cricket, Smith, it can hit. And
Ravi Bapara hits. Just enough. It sums up the way that Bapara's 2025 is going. Everything going his way. Great effort from Sandeep Jura at long on. He needed.
टीम इंडिया का नया स्टाइल fearless batting full hit. टीम इंडिया का नया स्टाइल fearless batting full hit. Sky ball चलेगा सबका बैंक बचेगा. IGFC First Bank India versus South Africa. First T20I 9th December at 6 p.m.
Old habits. Some thoughts of bad times last year for the Lumbini Lions. I know they've got new players in coming back to haunt them. Big final 2 overs these. Trumpelman, for me, has been the pick of the bowlers with his 2 for 16. Alongside young Abhishek, who's got 2 for 15. This is an important over, this one. Sliced away and taken. Oh, excellent catch. It's Rohit Paudel. He is a quite magnificent fielder. And we're going to see brilliant fielding throughout this MPL. One of the high moments thus far. It goes to the captain of the national team and the captain of the Lions.
How do you turn a game in your favour? You take a catch like that. The composure to just knock it up in the air to give Trimpleman another one. That is a spectacular catch from the captain. Safe save goes for 15. He doesn't often fail. It's 128 for 5.
Here comes a man full of charisma, the diminutive figure of Arjun Saud. He's had a tricky 18 months, to be honest. He's given lots of opportunity for the national side up at the top of the order. Monty Desai in particular thinks a lot of this young man, former national team head coach, but those opportunities have gone out the window. He needs a big NPL to get himself back into the mix. He's doing it in the most difficult of positions, down at number 7. Starts brightly. That'll hit the boundary rope in a flash. It's a shot he always likes, the cut shot, Arjun Saud. It's a good way to make an impression down at number 7.
From around the wicket, this is the last place that Trumpelman wants to be hit. Behind point. Normally you are cramming the right-hander for room, but there's plenty of wrist work there in that stroke. Does exceptionally well to get the ball down to deep point for 4. The perfect start for Saud.
Well bowled, forced into the block hole. We haven't seen a world-class spectacular catch in the first 3 days of the Nepal Premier League. I think we've just seen one. Rohit Paudel, for me, one of the top 3 fielders in the country, probably one of the top 5 in this league. Sensational.
I can think of many who would have been doing somersaults after taking this, but Paudel just gently throws it back to the umpire. That is a great catch. Made look very easy.
Great timing stop, excellent. Gulbadi Naib, he saved 3 runs. Misses the block hole. Yeah, the brilliance of this catch for me, HD, is he is intentionally palming this up, isn't he? He knows what he's doing in that split second.
If he doesn't, he probably bursts through his fingers. So he does exceptionally well just to palm it up, and then the second attempt is just a simple catch, but the composure to be able to do that is quite exceptional.
Face off, very well bowled. Hey, where did you used to field, and how sharp do the reactions have to be? You literally have a split second here.
Well, I didn't feel there. That was reserved for the likes of Herschel Gibbs. It's just a brilliant catch. No, I was one of the old men. I stood at slip. That was it. And then walked to the other side and stood at slip, and then walked back again and stood at slip.
So particularly when you're captain, that was you never even moved. A bit extra on that one from Trumpelman. He's bowled with real pace this evening. It's fantastic over and a fantastic set of 4. 3 for 23 for the big man with those broad shoulders. 135 for 5.
India's won the first test to remind everyone why they are the world test champions.
South Africa 1-0.
But India is ready to level the series and prove why it is the Gandhi. On GFC First Bank, India versus South Africa. Second test starts 22nd November.
This broadcast is brought to you in association with Vimal Elaichi.
Beautiful golden view here in Kirtipur. Glorious Chowar Hills across to our right. The sun has disappeared. It's Gulbini Naib it will be to bowl final over this first innings. Real surprise for me, JJ Smith's only bowled the 1. He looked good out there, and he's had a fantastic year for Namibia with the ball. They do have a strong batting lineup, the Lions. If they can close this innings out, particularly keeping him under 150, they'll fancy their chances.
A lot of big hitters within their side now, but I still think Rohit Cordell in a chase like this is going to have to play a big part. Control the run chase, a bit like Bapara does.
Taken straight to the man and well held. Gulbini Naib doing such a good job. I think again it's the back of the hand, slower ball. Bapara fought ably, did turn the game somewhat. The very latter overs are belonging to the Lions.
Ordinarily, you would think this is a horror delivery, but it is because there's so much pace taken off it that Bapara has to wait and wait and wait, and then he just helps it round the corner. And it's a good catch by Nath at short fine leg. But another fine innings from a very, very fine player. Bapara goes for 66. It's 136 for 6.
Sohail Tanvir. Oh, inside edge. Otherwise, that could have been 2 and 2. You get off the mark. He's a canny customer, isn't he? A very clever operator, Gulbini Naib. I thought it was back of the hand at first. I think it's actually the leg cutter.
Yeah, he's got the back of the hand, he's got the leg cutter, and he's got the off cutter. As mentioned a bit earlier, he doesn't really go Yorker length. It's the 3 variations, yes. That's definitely the leg cutter.
Leg cutter again. Clocked towards long off. Jura won't be able to get in there in time. Do feel a bit for Arjun Saud. I think every single game I've ever seen him play, he's batting 1, 2 or 3. He's actually done a decent little job at number 7. Completely different skill set you need, though.
Deepak, and I don't think even though Milan hasn't got off to a flyer, I still think they'll carry him, but Dev Kunal will come under pressure with someone like Arjun Saud in the side.
Again, just no pace to work with. Tanvir hacks it into the leg side, and after you, sir, says Sher Mala. Both of them could have got there, neither of them did.
There's apologies all around. Now, I know the Nepalese are just lovely, lovely people, but the sign of a quality fielder is someone who says, that ball is mine. I want the ball. You get out the way. But both sort of say, well, do you want it? I don't want it. Do you want it? And eventually it goes for 4.
Yeah, Dinesh Adhikari and Shermala have had a moment to forget there. He bowled really well. Shermala only went for 21 in his 4 overs, but I don't think you'll want to see that replay this evening. Definitely a couple of runs given away. Here comes the final ball of the first. What can Sohail Tanvir do with it? Straight to Sandeep Jura, long on, never dropping that. So Nabe has 2 wickets in the final over, and despite a resurgence in the final 5, overs 15 to 18 in particular, that big over from Darcy Short, the last 2 overs of the innings have belonged to the side, the Lumbini Lions, and they'll be the happier of the 2 teams at the halfway stage.
And that's what the Lions would have always been saying to themselves while Zabe and Bopara are at the wicket, is that if we dismiss one of these or both, the innings can fade away. And that's exactly what happened. While they were at the crease, 160 was certainly on. But after the dismissal of both of them, it's only 142 for 7. That's the not-out batter, Arjun Saud. But Sohail Tanvir is the man that goes for 5. But 142 for 7 is competitive. But I would imagine the Rhinos have got to bowl exceptionally well if they're going to defend this.
Thought it was a well-captained innings, apart from that one little misstep of an over too many for Darcy Short. But it's easy for us to say that after the matter of fact that it's happened. Again, it was Ravi Bopara carrying the hopes of the Rhinos. Safe Save played very elegantly as well when he came to the crease, but he was dismissed by a most wonderful catch, the catch of the tournament thus far by Rohit Paudel. And a big mention for the youngster in his early 20s, part of that army of left-arm spinners that are here in Nepal, Abhishek Gautam. He bowled very elegantly. Partnerships, well, it was really all about that one for the 5th wicket. 41 came off 17. Too many dot balls, particularly in those first 3 efforts where both Deepak and Dev Kanal struggled to get going. Bowlers HD, who stood out for you?
Well, Trumpelman 3 for 23 has got to be the pick of them. I thought that JJ Smith was a little bit unlucky only to bowl the 1 over, but that tends to happen sometimes when you've got a whole heap of options. Gulbuddin Nabi bowled so well effectively at the back end. Don't be fooled by those figures. He bowled 2 very good final overs.
Yeah, and a word too for Shermala. Very economical with his mystery spin. Okay, let's get some immediate match reaction. I think Jess Crow has Ruben Trumpelman down with her.
I'm joined here mid-innings by Ruben Trumpelman. Ruben, incredible figures for yourself. 3 for 23, including the dismissal of destructive Ravi Bopara there. What was it like out there?
Yeah, I really enjoyed our first game out here. I think as a team we wanted the fast start and we got that excellent power play from boys, and hopefully take the momentum into the next innings.
Now, bowling at the death, including taking a wicket there as well. Is there any pressure that comes with that?
Yeah, I think you must embrace it, enjoy it, and make the most of it. If you don't do it, you're going to be in trouble.
Of course. And now, debut at the NPL. First time here in Nepal, I can only presume. How has it been so far?
Yeah, enjoying Nepal. I'm actually my 3rd time here, so I've been around, so really enjoying it. Lovely people, friendly people, and hopefully you can see a bit more of the city.
Wonderful. And chasing, a score 1-4-2. Confident?
Yeah, I think I'm backing the boys to get the first one over the line, hopefully get the win and get momentum going.
Great stuff. All the best.
Thank you very much.
Very much. Back to Colts.